Many games have embarrassing moments, but not as many are one big embarrassing moment unto themselves. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 most embarrassing video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at games you definitely don't want to play when other people are around, but we're excluding any porn or X-rated games cause that's just too easy.
Look, I pretty much have the run of this place. I'll take some photos of my own.
You'd really do that?
Absolutely.
Number 10, Soulcalibur IV and 5.
Prepare to die!
While one may obviously point at Ivy's gradually shrinking outfit for this list, it's actually a unique armor system that takes the honor here. The players begin the match wearing a sturdy set of armor, but as time goes on and the health bars slowly decay, the various pieces of armor shatter. The result is your parents walking in on you playing a game where it looks like the aim is to brutally remove as much clothing from your opponent as possible. Only then, when they're standing in their underwear in the middle of a deathmatch, can the final blow be dealt. If it wasn't enough in Soulcalibur IV, however, Project Soul included this gameplay element in its sequel as well.
Raise our flag!
KO.
Number 9, the Bayonetta series. It may be a popular series with an engaging story, lovable characters, and one of the greatest hack-and-slash combat systems, but you just can't get away from the fact that you're playing as a witch who is naked more often than she isn't. Bayonetta's entire costume is made of her own magical hair, which she also uses to conjure demons to fight the game's various enemies. Every time she pulls an elaborate move, she lets out a shriek of pleasure, and the entire soundtrack is a pop remix of Fly Me to the Moon played on a loop. These things combined means that you'll definitely have some explaining to do if you get caught playing.
I know another little boy, just like that.
Sounds like my kind of guy. Maybe a bit of a pervert, though.
Number 8, Catherine.
If you ever cheat on me, I'll be angry.
Okay.
The puzzle platforming gameplay of Catherine may be relatively unremarkable, but it's the entire premise and story that will make you lock the door when you boot it up. Protagonist Vincent is faced with the choice to either marry his long-term girlfriend, Catherine with a K, or cheat on her with the significantly younger and enigmatic Catherine with a C. What Vincent decides is ultimately down to the player, though they cannot prevent Vincent's cheating to begin with.
So why am I sweating? I mean, I have to take responsibility, right?
Come on, say something.
However, the most confrontational parts are the confessionals, sections which ask the player a series of embarrassing relationship questions, and it's better to be honest during this questioning, because or else you may find yourself sleeping on the couch.
Honestly, are romance and marriage just annoyances to think about?
Which one?
Number 7, Night Trap.
I can't stand it! Megan, no!
Better described as a peeping Tom simulator, Night Trap was so controversial that it was one of the games which led to the Entertainment Software Rating Board being created in the 1990s. The player takes on the role of a special agent, tasked with secretly helping a group of teenage girls trapped in a spooky house overnight survive attacks from mysterious assailants. However, things get creepy when you can switch between cameras at will, eavesdropping on these girls as they go about their private business. What's even worse, the primary gameplay is live action footage of real actresses, making the voyeurism even more sinister.
Taking control of all the traps and surveillance cameras in the house. There's one right there.
Number 6, Bikini Karate Babes. This game is definitely one you can judge by its cover. The premise of a fighting game based entirely around women in bikinis fighting each other is embarrassing already, but add in some terrible visuals and animations, and you've got something nobody would be proud to play. Their fighting styles can only loosely be described as karate, and some of their special mystic moves leave much to be desired. When a game features a character shooting laser beams from her breasts as her ultimate, the developers have a lot to answer for. Number 5. Leisure Suit Larry, Magna Cum Laude.
Shit! Don't get frustrated. Your breasts put you at a natural disadvantage.
The entire Leisure Suit Larry series has been quite embarrassing from day one, following adult virgin Larry Laffer in his attempts to trick women into bed. But the 8th title was a departure from this, featuring new protagonist Larry Lovage, the original's nephew, as well as an entirely new development team. With this new team came new ideas, with the biggest one being that Magna Cum Laude should feature some actual nudity. It may have received some censorship in the US, but throughout Europe, Larry's pornographic pursuits went unhindered as he competes for tokens of affection by manipulating his way into college students' pants. That's just not right. Number 4. Tomak, Save the Earth Love Story.
どんなお話してくれるの?
The aim of Tomak is to prove that true love does still exist, as you do that by seducing the goddess of love, Evian, who just so happens to be a disembodied human head in a flower pot. What the heck? Okay, the reason you have to romance Evian is because if you don't, the other gods will wipe out mankind because romance is dead. Yikes. And the reason why she's ahead is to show that it's love and not lust which wins out. However, the core gameplay is having to feed, nurture, and entertain Evian's head, making it into a bizarre pet/dating simulator, which is very difficult to explain to outsiders.
つまんない.
Number 3. Muscle March. The Nintendo Wii, like any console, had its fair share of weird games, but perhaps none are quite as inexplicable as Muscle March. Players take on the role of a jacked bodybuilder whose protein powder is stolen from him when he's in the gym. Understandably, you give chase, following the thief through various walls and obstacles while forced to strike poses with the Wiimote in order to actually make it through the gaps. The cartoonish art style and subject matter will convince you you're actually playing a Japanese game show, only the prize that you get at the end is a big helping of embarrassment and little else. Number 2. Dead or Alive Extreme Series. And now it's time for our latest installment of Who Didn't See This One Coming. And today, it's a game series that's so shameless that even its TV adverts aren't ashamed to hide its intent.
Play with a friend or play with yourself.
The primary goal is to compete in minigames in order to win tokens to buy more and more swimsuits for characters. But the series isn't without its critics. The objectification of the girls has been a hotly debated issue throughout its lifespan, as well as some of the weirder minigames, especially the butt battles, where they have to knock each other off of a podium and into a pool using, you guessed it, their butts. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You don't know me, but you will. Some say my amphibious nature makes me seem odd.
Number 1. Honey Pop. A winning combination of tile-matching puzzles and dating sim gameplay, Honey Pop was deemed so risque that Twitch actually banned users from streaming it. Under the direction of a magic love fairy named Q, the player is tasked with seducing 12 girls in their fictional hometown. Some of these women are regular humans, while one is a cat girl, another is an alien, and finally a goddess. Solving the tile puzzles and getting them into bed may fill the characters with pleasure, but it's only going to fill you with embarrassment.
Man, will you get a load of these two? I'd kill to have tits like that.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.